I've got about $350 something on right now. It is the end of the Labor Day weekend Sunday. In other words, it is the beginning of Labor Day right now. And I've got yeah, I did say that, didn't I? 350 something. I am very tired because I did not get enough sleep yesterday, and I got some sleep out here tonight, but yeah, I didn't get enough sleep. The first half of the night was just busy. In the second half, I was getting some good trips, and I managed to go to sleep a few times and watch some videos. What more can you ask for? Okay, so now I just stopped by a bank to deposit some money, and now I'm heading down sort of to the car wash. I'm heading in that general direction. If I get another short trip in between, that's fine. Our guy who's always on time is going to probably be there this morning. Although he told me that he's going to go on a vacation soon. I wonder when that's going to be exactly. I know it's coming up. He told me it was coming up. Anyway. Not much to report except I'm tired and I worked hard. Hopefully Labor Day night will not be so busy, because it's too much. It's one right after another. You don't have a chance to take a breath in between calls. Too much. For me, it's too much. Some people thrive on that, but I don't. I like to have some time in between to take a breather. Anyhow, Labor Day weekend is busy. It's the one long weekend that's always busy that I can recall. There are some long weekends that are quiet. But this one is always busy. 4 more nights to go this week. Time is now 5:14. On a Tuesday morning. I have to go get the car washed, and once I've done that, I'm gonna dust and detail the interior a little bit, and then I'm going to fuel it, park it, go home, get to my chiropractor appointment, get my back realigned, get my neck stretched, and go home. This has not been a big success. This was the Monday night, Labor Day. I got about $200 on now. No really long trips to speak of. And big gaps in between. I think the biggest gap was 2.5 hours between trips. And now I just did the last trip. And yeah, running out of time if I want to get everything done that I want to do. Yeah. And not much cash either. get for cash? $15 in cash. All the rest is Interac. Well, that means I'm gonna be close to my lease. Maybe I'll have it after tomorrow night. Or after tonight. I'm tired, even though I slept much of the night. And I did sleep much of the night. I'm just exhausted, just tired. Yeah, 3 more nights to go this week. 9 trips. I've had 9 trips all night. $168. 9 trips. And it was looking scary there for a while because I think I only passed the $100 mark at around 4 in the morning. The night was long, the night was slow. I had nothing between 9 o'clock and midnight. Nothing. At one point, I got a call after waiting over an hour. And I made my way to that call. And it was a no-load. There was nobody there at that place where I was sent to. And then while I was making my way back to my favorite spot, I saw that there were 2 time calls in that zone in about half an hour. So I'm guessing it's possible that somebody who was behind me in the zone made a fake call or arranged for a fake call to be at that address. Asked a friend to make the call for him or something. And so that put me out of the way and gave him my position to pick up the time call. That's why time calls should not be announced before they are due. Okay? It depends on what part of town it is. 10 minutes to a time call is not unheard of, and 15 minutes to a time call is okay if it's in outlying regions. And that's all it should be, so that nobody can come along and monopolize the zone and get rid of cars that happen to be ahead of them while waiting. You know, when times are slow, people get ruthless. And yes, I am pissed off about tonight. Pissed off. Oh, crap. You know what happened over there? I have a blind spot here. This A-pillar is a big blind spot. And somebody was stepping out into the intersection, like walking out. And of course, when I was halfway through the turn, swinging around, that's when I saw her, so I hit the brakes real hard. And this bottle of water went underneath my foot. I think I'm gonna give up. The time is after 6 anyway, but the only reason I stayed out, well, of course I stayed out, was so I could make some money. What did I say, $168? So that means that $95 of that goes to the lease on the car. Another 12 or 13 goes to the fuel. Yeah, I didn't go very far. $12 or $13 for the fuel. So that would be around 107. 107. So maybe I take home $60 for myself. Not quite the worst night of the year so far, but it was looking like it was gonna be. Yeah. The thing that saved me was a few calls now in the morning, one after another. I still have this thing on. It's still on. And this was a really stupid Tuesday. I think Tuesdays are the stupidest nights of the week. For driving cab anyway, Tuesday night. Yeah. Didn't used to be that way. But now it is when we got more cars. More cars, more drivers on the road, and we have fewer people calling. So it is the demise. Things are just drying up. $60 for being out here all night. $5 an hour. Yep. When we do our income statements, they want us to justify, $17 or $18 an hour, which is the minimum wage. But I make a lot less than minimum wage. Last month I made about, on average, $8 an hour, but I had to fudge it and make it look like I was making $18 an hour. So I just cut the number of hours. Oh no, you didn't work 250 hours. No, you worked 105 hours to make the kind of money that you made. Yeah. Yeah, that's what you got to do. Fudge everything. And what the taxi company is doing is just saving its ass. Because even though we're self-employed, according to some parts of the government, we're not. And so as employees, we have to make a certain amount of minimum wage, which is a joke, because this is the kind of job where you can make nothing 1 hour and you can make $80 the next hour. It's not consistent. So now I gotta go to the bank, deposit my overs from last week. I think it's about $150, and maybe deposit $50 or so of what I have on me. And then I'm gonna just park it. I'm not gonna do anything else but park it. I'm not washing it. I washed it yesterday. The owner washed it before my shift too, so it doesn't need a wash, I don't think, at this time. Two more nights to go this week. Wish me luck. Well, here we are at the airport. Time is now 4:15 in the morning, and I was just watching something about, it was a historical thing or prehistorical thing about 1000 BC, what the world looked like, and it was a bunch of history talking about Egypt and the Mediterranean and Etruscans and Greeks and Hittites and all these different ethnic groups. And I fell asleep through the thing for a couple times because its video is like 2.5 hours long. And I fell asleep a couple times. One time I was halfway through the video and I was awakened, and it was a guy going out to the casino. Okay, so I took him out to the casino and cleared just after 1 o'clock. Is that right? Let me just check for a second here. No, that's not what I want to see. Oh yeah, that is what I want to see. Oh, did I forget to put that one in? 229. Anyway, I'll worry about that later. And then I had a guy who was going out to going home from the brew house to Langford. Well, that was good for a few bucks. That was good for, you know, $35. Okay, fine. Then I went back and I started watching that thing again. And this time, I was sent to an address on Cedar Hill Cross Road, which I went to. And I was in the driveway twiddling my thumbs. And then there was a change to the call. And now it said that I was being sent to Cedar Hill Road rather than Cedar Hill Cross Road. Well, I had to hurry to make it. I ended up being about 3 minutes late because it was a time call. And there's no way that I would have been sent to Cedar Hill Road from where I was, sitting in the parking lot watching that prehistoric video. Yeah, it's not right at all. So anyway, I managed to get to the guy 3 minutes late, and he said he has to be at the airport an hour before his plane leaves. And I asked him, well, what time does your plane leave? He says 5:15. Well, I got him to the airport at 4:15, and he was appreciative of that. He paid in cash. $65. Thank you very much. So now I'm at 247. It's really amazing how a few longer trips helps out immensely. Yep. It sure helps out immensely. So now I've got one more night to go this week. The time is now 6:19 in the morning on Friday. Now, I would have already called it quits, but I was in a parking lot watching a video, and I gave myself till the end of the video to call it quits. But what happened was I received a call from one of my regular customers who happened to be late this time. And so I was late too, so I went and picked her up. And had I called it quits at 6 sharp, I would have not got that additional $10. I have done about $180 worth of business. I have driven less than 100 kilometers. And that $180 worth of business, $115 goes towards the lease on the car. So that leaves me with $65. The fuel will be about 10 or 12 bucks. So if I make $50 for myself, yeah, that's about right. Between $50 and $60 for myself. That's not acceptable for being out here all night. It's really, you know, I was hoping to end the week with a bang, but I'm ending it with a fizzle. At least I got some cash with which to get groceries. yeah, a fizzle. That's 2 fizzles this week, and 2 nights that were okay, and 1 night that was kind of mediocre. So yeah, it's first week of the month is usually, or at least historically, the worst week of the month. So I'll be optimistic and hope that the rest of the month will be a little better than this week was. Yeah, I hope yours is better than mine.